Hello, good afternoon, lovely, beautiful people. Today let's do some vlog. Today is such a nice weather. Actually, I'm looking for a adjustable spanner, trying to fix my voodoo hoodoo. The fork has a little bit of problem. It wouldn't go into the full travel, and it seems to me that something internal, I mean the spring side, it has been damaged, or maybe something wrong with it, which prevent the spring to fully compress, and that's the big problem. Another problem is my hand, as you can see. So basically, I was using my knife to cut a frozen strawberry. I was trying to make a smoothie, and then I just confident that I can handle strawberry without using a cutting board, and I was wrong. So the knife just go right to my palm between the middle and ring fingers. As a result, I really stabbed myself real deep to the point that my ring finger kinda lost its feeling. It's very numb, and the doctor mentioned that it might be because of the swelling. When the swelling reduces, then the feeling should come back, or otherwise we have to do the surgery in order to fix the problem with the nerve, because they suspect that I might have cut my own nerve. Well, the wound comes first. Need to heal the wound. And about nerve, yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a bummer, but not a big deal. So it's not like I'm gonna lose my job, but it's just gonna be a lesson, an expensive lesson to learn. So it's not like I cannot ride my bike. I just think maybe it's best to take a walk once in a while. And the weather is so nice. Let's talk about my research a bit. Things about my thesis has been a little bit frozen. I stopped doing that for 3 weeks now, long before when I finished the paper. Well, after I submitted the paper to my supervisor, and he submitted back to the journal. We are in the waiting state, and what we're doing now is nothing, to be honest, but I am working on my own paper with my supervisor in Thailand. We're gonna rework on that, and trying to use a new technique of analyze, present the results in the new way. And about the paper that I am working now, about plasma for the diesel exhaust gas treatment. I don't want to call it plasma because in the previous submission I was pointed out from the reviewer that I have no idea about plasma, and I was wrong about it. So I'm trying to not to talk about it. So I'm trying to use the word high voltage discharge, because it's more generalization about that. When you apply high voltage with the electrodes, and you have a whatever gas across between the electrodes, what's gonna happen is that you're gonna have two things happen. You're gonna create electric field. Basically, the energy from electric high voltage is being discharged onto the gas molecules. Another thing that can happen is that if you have something particle-like, whether it's a conductive or non-conductive, that particle is going to be charged particle. I think they call it a Coulomb something force. I think it's Coulomb force, something about particle physics. I'm not really good in this subject. So what happened is that the particle gonna being charged, maybe positively or negatively charged, then it's gonna be attracted to opposite charged stuff. For example, you have a negatively charged particle, it's gonna be attracted to positively charged surfaces. You can use this principle, electrostatic precipitation. You can precipitate particles, you can trap them onto a certain surface, and you literally achieve a removal of particle. There are some people that they apply this principle and try to use it on the particle emission from diesel engine, with mainly is hydrocarbon, with maybe with carbon, elementary carbon core, and some SOF shit like that. So what is this about? My work can be both electrostatic precipitator and also plasma, a non-thermal plasma. Yeah, that's my point. So far, I've been reading works from 2001 to 2019, approximately almost 20 years. And what I found is that most work in the early 2000s, they work on the simulated gas and also simulated particle. They use carbon powder, maybe simulated particulate matter, not exactly the real diesel exhaust gas. And later on, in the sometime between 2010 to 2015 maybe, people start to converge to filter diesel exhaust gas. So basically they have a filter diesel exhaust gas, which means you don't have particulate matter, and somehow you also don't have water. You most likely just have NOx, CO, hydrocarbon, CO2, CO. So what's the deal? Basically they were trying to study the interaction of NOx reduction and the other gas partitioning study. And you know what happened? So start to introduce one by one species, gain the understanding. They start to introduce, first they use nitrogen plus NO, nitrogen plus NO2, and then they just use the real diesel exhaust gas from usually low engine load and medium engine load. That's what they do. Because these people, they mostly concentrate on the NOx reduction. They're working on NOx reduction. And then here goes some people working on the PM reduction. So they started with simulated PM. So they coated on whatever surface or electrode or maybe DPF and reduced PM. And then people starting to use the real exhaust gas. But they were conservative, let's call them that. So basically, what they do, they use diluted diesel exhaust gas. Ranges from 1 per 100 to 1 per 1000. Yeah, so that is not the real exhaust gas. So just an update. I mean, I'm not gonna make it in terms of to finish my PhD within 3 years. I've been in contact with the OEA UK, the one who gave me the scholarship to take care of me here. I asked them for the extension of study period, and they just gave me for another year until 21st of September 2021. They're just very understanding about the situation, and because my work is very much experiment intensive, let's say that. It really need a lot of laboratory work, which no one can do it from now. No one can have any access to the laboratory at the moment, and that might happen even longer than September. It might go into the next year, maybe January. You don't know that. I'm just thinking about a new way to work on my thesis. Maybe I just gonna reduce the number of experiments into just one good experiment, and then do another one simulation. That's what I'm gonna do. If you take a look at the situation after COVID-19 right now, people very much relaxed, and unfortunately the R0 number, the number of the factor of infection, now is lurking, increasing to 1, and actually it has been reported that the number is above 1.09, but I'm not sure whether the number is by region or for the whole UK as a country, or just maybe just the county. We're not sure about that yet, but anyway, the best way is cover your face, stay a little bit as far as you can, 2 meters. That's the best you can do, and try not to get yourself in the ER like this. I was completely a moron, using a knife and stab himself. What a moron.